Hello EquesRAYans and welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be doing a bit of a different video. I've brought some of my grooming brushes home to clean and I'm going to show you how I clean them because they're very special brushes and you'll be able to see when I pick one up. They are also very well loved and well used. That one looks disgraceful. These are the HAAS brushes, which are a little bit on the pricey side, but I have to say they are so worth the money. Like, if you want to save up for something to really treat your horse and really look after their coat and their skin, the HAAS brushes are definitely an investment to make, especially the Diva brush, which is lamb's wool. Obviously I'm not doing it any justice right now because look at the state of it, but it's good not to wash them too often anyway. But the Eqclusive website, which is a great place to go, that stocks these fabulous brushes, if you're wondering where to get them from, the Eqclusive site does actually have details on how to wash the brushes, because when you've spent so much money on brushes, it's a bit of a worry to like clean them because you don't want them to just fall to bits. So I thought I would do a quick little vlog showing you guys how they recommend you clean the brushes. Very straightforward and simple, to be honest, but I thought why not, it'll be a little bit different. And while I'm doing it, I thought I could talk to you a little bit about how they've helped Peps and myself. So let's get into it. This looks so funny. So I just picked up a bowl of warm water with some fairy liquid in it. On the Eqclusive website, it does say washing machine for those brushes sometimes can be too harsh, even though the manufacturer says you can. So the manufacturer does say you can put them in the washing machine, but the best way to wash them and to keep them in tip-top condition is by washing them by hand. How to wash them: you will need warm water. Well, it says warm and cold water, I'm not quite sure what that means, but I've put like, it's literally just warm water. Soap/shampoo, please use the same that you use on your horse if he is allergic, so that's very important. And you'll need, well, it says you'll need a HAAS new generation curry comb, which I do have a curry comb. I'm just gonna roll my sleeves up now. I do have a curry comb, but I left it at the yard because I'm intelligent like that. But you can just rub them by hand. So I'm going to start with this brush. Just pop it in the warm water. And what you could do actually is rub two brushes together. So I have done that before. I've got like this Chamel brush is kind of like a dandy brush. So that's a little bit harder of a brush, but yeah, I'm just gonna rub the two together just to get into the bristles and give them a good clean. So, and wash, you know, just get in there with my hands. You can see all the dirt coming out of it. But yeah, this is the best way to wash them. So yeah, what got me onto these? I found out about the HAAS brushes a few years ago. I think I bought my set in about 2016, and up until that point Peps had really badly suffered with her coat and her skin. She had lots of bumpy skin, and I'd tried all sorts to get rid of this problem, all sorts of different shampoos and all that jazz. And the brushes, when I got them and I was able to fully clip her, which was also a problem at the time. She didn't like being fully clipped. Once I could get her clipped, I could really get down to the coat, and I obviously had just bought these brushes, and I started looking after her coat from a fresh clip, which allowed me to get right to the skin, which was the cause of the problem. And I basically use the brushes as they were intended, so they come in an order in the box as to how you should use them. I got the set that was designed for blacks and beige, so that's obviously wow, okay, so that's obviously perfect for Peps. This is really relaxing. I could literally just go to sleep doing this. And you can see it's like getting clean now. I've got all this hair. Look at her hair in the brushes. I'm so distracted. I've brought a towel because basically you just leave them on the towel to dry afterwards. This one didn't really need as much of a wash as the other ones did. Yeah, basically the reason I've brought them home is because I noticed Pepper's coat going dull. And I knew that that was a sign that the brushes needed cleaning, because obviously dirty brushes equals a dirty horse. Just like, you remember that, I think it was a dishwasher advert where it's like, you wouldn't wash your dishes in a dirty sink, so why wash them in a dirty dishwasher? It's exactly the same with the brushes. Why would you try and clean your horse with the dirty brushes? So yeah, they definitely needed to come home for a clean, and I'm just gonna leave them on the towels to dry out. This one needs a little bit more. Yeah, it would be more ideal if I'd have remembered to bring the curry comb home, but that rhymed. Yeah, if I'd have brought the curry comb home, it would have been easier to clean, but it's not gonna hurt just doing it by hand. It's less harsh anyway, and you'll still get decent results. So I started using these in the order that they tell you to use them in the box, in the order that they come in, onto Pepper's freshly clipped coat. And I soon noticed how much healthier and shinier her coat was within maybe about a month, and it was the best her coat had ever looked with me. And like I say, I'd tried so many different things, none of which seemed to be working. I'll just show you how much cleaner that looks now. And onto this monstrosity. I don't even know what that is. I think that is literally just dust and dirt off of Peps. That is grim. In you go. They really worked for her. I just noticed that she wasn't as lumpy anymore. She used to have, I think they were heat bumps, but I'm not 100% sure. Some of them, she's had hives and stuff before, so she's got very sensitive skin. And I was at my wit's end with her skin, to be honest. And obviously with me wanting to show her as well, I was thinking I'm never gonna be able to show her with her coat looking like this. And then yeah, these came along, little lifesavers, and they really transformed her skin. I was also using, for anyone who might be interested, I was also using NAF skin wash at the time, which I also believed helped to get rid of the lumps and bumps. But from a long-term maintenance side of things, these brushes have definitely been the reason for her coat improvement over a long period of time. And I really wouldn't be without them now. Like, yeah, they're not cheap, I won't lie to you. They are an investment, and I was a bit skeptical at first. But Eqclusive actually offer your money back if you're not satisfied. I think it's within a month or something like that, because they believe in the product so much, and I can see why, because I have seen the results. That's looking a little bit better, kind of. Like I say, it would have been better if I'd actually remembered to bring my curry comb home, because you can really get into the bristles then. But I'm actually finding it more relaxing doing it by hand, if I'm quite honest with you. So yeah, definitely worth the investment. It might seem a bit tedious to groom with like 5 or 6 different brushes, but honestly, it's worth it. I noticed nowadays a lot of people don't really groom their horses anymore. Like, they flick them over or whatever, but they don't spend the time grooming them. And it just makes no sense to me, because like, it's such a good way to bond with your horse, first of all. Not only that, but it's also a good way for you to pick up on things that might be wrong with your horse. So if you spend the time to groom them for like, say, an hour, you might come across a little lump or bump that they've got from the field, or maybe just looking at the legs a bit closer, you're thinking, oh, actually that looks a bit fatter than the other leg, or whatever. So there's a lot of benefits to actually grooming your horse properly and not just flicking it over before you put your saddle on and stuff on. And like I say, I just really enjoy it. Peps used to hate being groomed as well. Don't know why, because she absolutely loves it now. Yeah, that's looking... The light isn't doing it any justice. Trust me, because it's wet, like you can see there it looks much cleaner than there, but it's just the lighting. But yeah, much cleaner. So that's another one going to just chill there. And I think we might need to get some fresh water because it doesn't look very nice. So BRB. There we go. We've got some fresh water. So we've done 3 brushes and looking much, much better. So I'm just going to refer back to the Eqclusive website, see if there's anything else I needed to. Yeah, no, for now we're fine. I'm going to talk to you about washing the Diva brush because I think that's the one that people would worry about the most. And I was like concerned about washing it the first time I did it. So this isn't the first time I've washed these brushes. I have done it before. So you can trust me that this is a safe method because all of my brushes have been very well looked after. I've had them, like I say, since I think 2016. So they've done over 3 years with me and they're still intact. So if that doesn't also show you how good the quality is, I don't know what will. Again, can't stress enough how worth the money these actually are. So yeah, I'm just washing them by hand and I am very relaxed right now, really enjoying this. Probably a bit more than I should. So what was I talking about? Oh yeah, I wonder if I can find some pictures. If I can, I'll insert like a picture now of Peps when I kind of first had her and what her coat and skin was like to start with, and then sort of like now after whatever, and what it looks like now after using these brushes for 3 years. So yeah, you'll be able to see the difference there between her coat 3 years ago and her coat now. So much cleaner. This is so satisfying. You can tell I'm old. Like how many other people get excited about cleaning horse brushes? Not many, I imagine. This is the last of the short ones. This one actually looks like it hasn't been used in a little while, but we'll throw it in there anyway. Mylona's been grooming her with these brushes. I haven't really been down the yard all that much the last month or so. Coming towards the end of my pregnancy now, so getting a little bit uncomfortable, really tired, like I sleep all the time, near enough when I can, when she's not making me severely uncomfortable. To keep the dirt to a minimum, just make sure when you're brushing, you want to kind of have a brush, I'll get this one out, a brush in one hand and like a curry comb in the other hand. So you swipe with your brush and as you do that, you flick it through your curry comb, or what are they called? I've forgotten the name of them. I'm sure it's a curry, I think it's curry comb. Anyway, yeah, just basically as you're brushing your horse with your brushes, make sure you also brush your brushes, which sounds stupid, but it does keep them cleaner for longer. It's also a very good workout. Like if you're gonna groom your horse, put some elbow grease into it, lads. Like, you know, put some weight behind it. I see people just going, like that, just flicking away, and I think just get behind it a little bit and really get the dirt out that way. So we're going to move on to the Diva brush. And I'm just wiping my hands before I touch my phone. Hold up, hold up. So the instructions for the Diva lambswool brushes says, by brushing out with another horsehair brush, it says using the HAAS cleaning brush Frank, as well as a moist sponge, you can remove a great part of the dirt. If it is necessary to remove additional dirt, HAAS recommends to wash it by hand with a lambswool cleaner, not warmer than 30 degrees Celsius. Please pay attention to the following. These brushes must dry in room temperature. Do not place them on a heating device or in the sun. You should plan on 2 to 3 days drying time. Please do not put the brushes in the dryer. Don't do that. In general, products with lambswool should not be washed often, as with each washing, the lambswool leather loses some fat content. This should be avoided as much as possible. If washed improperly, HAAS does not extend a warranty. Well, that makes sense, doesn't it? Like, you've been given the rules, guys. So, dirty lamb's wool, going in. As if I just did that. As if I just put my poor lamb's wool brush in there. Yeah, the first time I did this, I was like having near enough a heart attack. But I've actually got 2 of these Diva brushes because one was meant to be for down the yard and one was meant to be for shows. And I'm gonna kind of gently rub the 2 together and use my hand to work through the wool. Your other brushes you can wash quite regularly, but these ones I wouldn't wash very often. Like literally, they need doing now. You can see that they needed doing. But they don't need particularly long either because it's a finishing brush more than anything else. It doesn't tend to gather much dirt, so there's a little bit of like crumbly, yucky dirt there, but you can already, I didn't really show you before, but you can already see it's coming up clean, so I wouldn't leave it in there for too long. This is probably the brush that takes the longest to dry. But yeah, I wouldn't leave it in for any longer than that. Just let it kind of drip out a little bit. Get some of that excess water off. When you see it like that, you think, oh my God. But honestly, it goes back to normal, don't worry. Once it's dry, it does go back to normal. This one, unfortunately, has got something stuck in it. Although it does seem to be coming out. I don't want to rip it. It's probably something spilt in my tack box. Annoying. Well, it looks much cleaner than it did anyway, so there we go. So guys, that is it. So that was a tutorial following the advice on the Eqclusive website for cleaning your HAAS brushes. Obviously, I know I'm very, very lucky to own these brushes as they are not the cheapest. But if you were to invest in something, I really would suggest saving for some of these HAAS brushes. Even if you just get the Diva, to be honest, because it's such a nice brush to finish your horse off. Like once you've got the main bit of dirt off, just to wipe over them, especially for a show with the Diva brush. Oh, they just come up looking so, so nice. They've stood the test of time with me, obviously me having them for 3 years. They've held together. Everything is still intact, like they don't look like they're about to fall apart. They're still, once they're cleaned, they're still working absolutely beautifully. So yeah, I truly do believe that they are worth the money, and I absolutely love mine to bits. I'm probably quite sad because I love grooming, but yeah, I could groom Peps for an hour or more quite easily. But yeah, I hope you guys have found this useful. I know it's a little bit of a different video to upload. I thought, well, I'm bringing them home to do it anyway, and I think obviously where the brushes are so expensive, if you do have them, you may have thought, can I actually wash them or should I? Especially like the lamb's wool one, like is it actually safe to wash them? But yeah, now you know that it is safe to wash them. This is all done by the recommendation on the Eqclusive website, which is a stockist of these awesome brushes. So if you were looking at getting some, do head over to Eqclusive and have a little peruse through their products and the ranges they offer and stuff. Like I say, I got the dark base set for Peps, which is appropriate, but they do like a universal one, which you could use on any types of horses. So that would be good if you had like a yard full of horses that you wanted to share them between or whatever. I think they do like a greys one and a chestnuts one. So there's quite a few sets that you can choose from to suit you and your horse. I'm very happy. I've got nice clean brushes and I'm sure Peps will appreciate it as well. Don't forget, if you're not already, please do follow me on Instagram at raythegoth, and I'm also on Digital Horse UK. If you're not signed up on there, I do highly recommend that you do join because it's been a fantastic platform. I've really enjoyed using it so far. You can also use their calendars to track when you're having the vet or the farrier or whatever out for the horse, or if you've got up and coming events, you can plan it all in a little calendar. You can connect with equestrians all over the world. It is a very positive atmosphere, so yes, I do highly recommend that you join Digital Horse UK if you're not on there already. And don't forget to click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell for future uploads from moi, yours truly. Thanks for watching, guys. Until the next one, see you later, bye!